I can say I've never been in a rehearsal or walked in the back first.
Are you serious? Sir, please call supervisor out here.
Not what I would have ever said.
I'm not saying a word to his supervisor here.
Yeah, we can get him on the phone. He ain't coming.
Oh. What's your name, please?
My name's Tim Carter. I'm with Tourism Enforcement.
Yeah, I know which department you're with. Sir, why don't you hang out until supervisor arrives?
Let me get my phone.
There are no more permits.
Hey, what you doing? Oh, where are you?
You might as well get your ticket book too.
I don't think we need.
Yeah, I need a police supervisor immediately at the corner of South Market and Church Street. There is one of the new tourism officers here, Mr. Coghill, is that it?
Yes, it is.
And he's asking me for a permit for being a street musician. The permit system was done over a year ago with a whole new set of ordinances, and I'm tired of having to constantly go to city legal and call for supervisors. I've informed this person that I'm not safe. Okay, I have that number. I will call. Thank you. They said call back on the non-emergency line, so I'm going to do that. Not trying to be a jerk or nothing, but this was stuff that I worked my butt off settling with the mayor's office, with cultural affairs, with city legal. There are no busking licenses anymore.
Unfortunately, the buskers are in with peddlers.
No, that is a personal interpretation. I know, I've already had all of it on. This is ridiculous. I was just talking to Jenny Borden the other day. If you want to give me a ticket, go ahead and give me a ticket.
Think that's necessary to you?
Well, sir, I'm not moving. So if you want to give me a ticket, I'm not going to argue with you. Hey, I'm on hold on the non-emergency line. I need a supervisor out here.
Okay. You go ahead, sir. So they do not require that. There are regulations about what they can do, but they mostly pertain to things like location, conduct, blocking the sidewalk, things like that, and they have to stop by 11 p.m. But as far as the peddler...
Hello, my name is Glenn Orange. It is 5:54 p.m. I'm at the corner of Church and South Market Street. Officer Coghill from Livability is telling me I need a permit to play my guitar out here. And, you know, Jenny Borden, I know she was dealing with this a lot, and I've dealt with her a lot. To my very certain knowledge, we are not required to have permits. And I've been trying to get a supervisor out here.
solicitors, peddlers, panhandlers,
And if I
charitable
don't hear from
solicitors,
y'all, I guess
are
I'll pop in and say
differently
goodbye.
under the soliciting statute. Some of the rules apply to all solicitors, and some of the rules only apply to different types of peddlers. It's a bit complicated, but you see it right now. Okay. Peddlers, yeah. They do, but the permits, the peddling permits, only apply to a specific type of solicitor, which is peddlers. And buskers are not considered peddlers. It's got it's unlawful on private property.
Right, if it's not.
But that's not.
Another great souvenir idea I recommend you can find right here
Well,
west
I don't think that's
gallery.
this is here. Taking it in here.
Based on popular high important
It
pieces.
says peddling and charitable soliciting may take place outside by streets or on public property except for delegated. But that's peddling and charitable soliciting. Busking is not either one of that specific.
Hi, listen, I have been trying to get a police supervisor to come out to South Market and Church Streets. I keep calling the non-emergency line, and I keep getting voicemails. I really need a supervisor out here to explain to this livability officer what the actual rules are for street performers.
Well,
I know. I'm sorry. Corner of South Market and Church, and it was not my intention to dial 911, but I get nothing but voicemail on the non-emergency line.
I carried this thing around. It became like a huge issue, but
I didn't know what had changed.
this man. AW Shucks.
Cogue Hill. No, there's another officer here explaining the ordinances to me. I need a supervisor out here, which I've had to call multiple times. I just, they're supposed to call one if one is requested. I don't know if they have or not, but I can't get through to the right number, And I don't want to take up too much time on the emergency line if someone might have a bona fide emergency. My name is Glenn, last name is Orange, like the color. Officer Cogue Hill came up to me, asked me if I had a permit. I tried to explain to him I don't need a permit. He's like, yes you do. And then I'm like, I'm not saying another word till a supervisor comes out. He said he'll call one, but one's not going to come out here. So I don't know why he said that. There is a bicycle officer here, and the bike guys, their uniforms don't have name tags or badge numbers, so I couldn't tell you who he is. I think it's Officer Dean, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm Officer Dean.
That is Officer Dean. I'm sorry, you guys all look the same in those uniforms, and you're all in shape.
Because we dress that way.
843-276-5021. Got it. I even got your name for it.
I forgot about it.
Okay, it's not y'all's fault. Can I clear the line for you now? Okay, I will be right here waiting. Thank you. Okay, true believers, it is October 10th, 2014, 6 p.m. And one of the new livability officers that handles tourism, Officer Cohill, came up and said that I needed a permit to busk out here. I tried to explain to him that the permit system was pretty much gotten rid of some time ago, and he said, no, that's not true. And I said, sir, why don't you just write me the ticket? He said, oh, it's not necessary. And I told him, sir, I'm not leaving. Now, Officer Dean is here now explaining the ordinances to him. And I don't know why there has to be this big ordeal. I was just speaking with Jenny Borden from City Legal a couple of days ago at the Ombudsman's office. So I'm not sure if this guy's just uninformed. He seems like a nice enough guy. I'm not trying to give any of the officers any crap. They got more than enough crap to deal with out here. But after all said and done, you know, I worked my butt off fighting for the right to perform out here. And, you know, if they don't know what the ordinances actually are, then we've got a problem. So we'll just see what happens. What's going on?
Oh, you good? Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
he got you covered. You good?
Are you the supervisor I called for?
That's him.
You want to call? Sure.
Yeah.
It's Il Comandante right there.
Il Comandante! What's going on? Glen Orange? Where did Mr. Coger go?
We got him around it. Coger?
Cogill.
Yeah. We got it squared away.
Okay. Now listen, I was not trying to be a dickhead to that guy, but
You
he should
weren't
know.
trying to be confrontational.
He should know the ordinances. I was talking.
Go across the jail.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you already have tickets?
Yeah.
Okay. Go to Cumberland here. Follow Cumberland straight onto Archdale. Now you're going to see a little side street going.
Like a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, the little side street between the white church and the yellow church, and that will take you out to Magazine Street. You'll be able to see the jail once you get into the end of that street.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Anytime.
Very welcome.
See, that's what I do out here.
You're fine.
But I was talking with Brian Sheehan the other day on a tourism issue.
Yeah.
And you know, Jenny Borden actually came in and we introduced.
Yep.
And I told her that there are some officers that are getting a little bit creative with the ordinances, or don't seem to understand. And she said she's absolutely sure that the new tourism officers know what's what. And then he comes up, tells me I need a permit, and I said, no, that system was taken care of. You're a peddler. No, I'm not a peddler. And then I said, oh, look, why don't you just write me the ticket? He said, that's not really necessary. And I said, well, maybe it is because I will not leave it.
Right.
And I told the mayor this, I told Jimmy this. I'm tired of being Mr. Good Citizen and asking for please. Now it's like, look, this is how I'm going to do it. I've accepted the fact that eventually I'm probably going to get a ticket from somebody, and my legal representation will more than likely come from the ACLU. Okay. And for the record, I'm not the one that brought the ACLU into this whole thing in the first place. I thought that wasn't going to be necessary. Somebody else did.
No, you can bring whoever you want for legal representation.
Yeah, you know, it just shouldn't be like that. You know, I busted my hiney for 7 months trying to get all this sorted out. The ordinances are a little bit loose, and in some ways that's good, but in some ways that's not so good, because somebody, as you know, an officer pointed me before and said, hey, if I say you're a vendor, you're a vendor. And I say, well, I say get a supervisor out here, man.
Well,
so,
long story short, no ticket today.
Okay.
We're not getting into the whole thing right here, right now on Friday.
I appreciate it, and I want you to know if it did come down to that, you'd have my complete cooperation. So
Yeah, no, I'm not.
the argument would come in court.
Yeah, no, I'm not I'm not worried about that at all. Like, you and I have talked before, so I'm not. It's fine. There's a lot that needs to get taken care of. I've asked him. He's going to let his supervisor know what happened. I made the call. There's no ticket today.
There's some miscommunication going on.
Right.
I think.
Okay.
When he went and double checked, he got different information than the information that I've always got.
Well, who gave him that information?
The guy that he works for, and some other city department.
Well, I mean,
the thing is, the police department puts out. You know, we have our channel of communication that comes down from my chain of command.
Right.
He's in a different department. He gets information comes down from his chain of command.
Okay.
And if they're not on exactly the same wavelength, we're going to get different stories.
Who's in charge of his department? I mean, what individual does he answer to?
Code enforcement. That would be Dan Riccio. He runs code. Yeah.
Okay.
He runs code enforcement for the city.
Okay.
Yeah. And that is separate from the police department. And like Officer Ding said.
Now, if I had known that, because I kept calling the non-emergency number for a supervisor.
Oh, that's fine.
And kept getting voicemails. I wound up calling 911.
Which number did you call for?
I bet you haven't called the old number.
Probably what it is.
They're
You
not
call the 577?
Wait, hang on.
They're not putting the new number on.
I called
Right.
non-emergency 577-7434. Is that changed?
We'll give you a different one.
We'll give you the new number that goes straight to dispatch.
Okay.
Yes. They haven't printed the new number on our card yet.
Yeah.
Okay. You ready?
Okay. 843 743
743
7200.
7200.
Yep.
That is
They
the
moved-
non-emergency dispatch
They
line.
moved all of our dispatchers to a consolidated county dispatch.
Okay.
So they have a new telephone number now.
And I will go ahead and tell you this. If for some reason that one goes to voicemail, which it shouldn't,
Right.
hit 911 and tell them it's a non-emergency call.
That's what I did.
They'll be able
That's fine.
to shut it.
There's no problem with that.
Yeah,
and see, there's
I don't want to
still
tie up
some,
a 911 line in case somebody.
and all
has,
they
like,
do is they
real
just
emergency.
switch a line on it. It's fine. No,
Okay.
just tell them this is a non-emergency call. I need to speak to the dispatcher. Bam. And they'll move you over. That ain't a problem.
Okay.
So if for whatever reason your phone doesn't want to get that number, or you hit a voicemail, or it rings forever, just hit the 911.
Okay.
That's fine. No, that's never a problem. And I mean, we've been like that kind of longer than I've been.
Now, is there a contact number for his supervisor?
It should be. I do not have it, but it should be on the city's website under the code enforcement. Yeah.
And do you know if that supervisor is in the office this late? Is he
No,
back in?
he
Are
would.
they back
He's
in?
probably going to be a Monday to Friday,
Okay.
bank hours kind of thing.
So it's
Yeah.
safe to say that they really don't have to answer to anybody once we hit like 5, 6 o'clock.
Well,
rather-
they usually call us if there's a problem.
Okay.
And that's part of the deal with them.
Okay.
If there's
I think
something
both
that
of you
goes,
guys called us at the same time.
Okay.
yeah, and that's.
Now is he
I
gone
didn't realize it was. Yeah, he's
That was-
up the road.
okay,
Well, he's going to be up the road in that.
Okay, I didn't really. Okay, I thought he would have at least come here and we could have
I told him I'll
had
take
a
care of
quick
it.
shin wag.
That's fine. Yeah.
But I want to make sure he knows I'm also a tour guide.
Yeah.
And I want him to make sure if he sees me walking out of zone or with an illegal number of people, by all means, pull me over. But
You keep all that in
I
check
just-
anyway.
Well, absolutely.
I wouldn't lose any sleep about that. No, he's here this way. No ticket today.
Okay.
Like he said, miscommunication here and here. We'll get it squared away and everything.
All right, guys, thank y'all very
Not a problem,
much.
bud. Not a problem.
I know that like good 97% of uniformed officers support what we do out here. And that's something that, I appreciate. I hope the other buskers have shown you that they appreciate that as well.
I haven't had any problems with any of them.
Have there been any problem? Because I know we've had some drifter types coming through your guitars.
Well, those are different problems
more
other than
behavior
busking.
issues
Yeah.
than, okay.
Yeah, that's
I
a
haven't-
whole other kettle of.
I mean, I can put up with a Grateful Dead cover. It's just the other stuff that happens that
Yeah,
causes
and,
the problem.
and honestly, I mean, I represent my city when I do this.
Yeah,
so,
no.
I mean, whatever you guys got to do to quell that fine.
No, you're good. You're good.
All right.
Yeah, no, the ones that come into, oh my Lord. My goodness. Hey, bud. I'm sorry, I got it. Oh, yeah, it's okay. Oh, you're wiping your tail. That's a good thing. I don't want to go home.
He's fascinated with the shoes, sorry.
The rest of the night.
They're shiny.
It'll be fun. You want to ride with me? You do, don't you? Yeah, you do. Oh my goodness, yes you do. Oh, you big old thing. Oh, you like your ears rubbed, see? Look at Mom, I want to stay. Yeah, there we go. Y'all take care, folks.
Again, I wasn't trying to give the guy grief for doing his job, but he should know.
I look at it this way. Take care of it. We'll get it squared away on the back end. So, no. And if it would have been a knockdown drag out, that'd have been one thing. But
yeah,
no,
I don't do knockdown drag outs.
Yeah,
all I
know.
told him was like, look, give me the ticket. Just give me the ticket.
You're good. So
Awesome.
that's squared away. No ticket tonight. And we'll get it up on the back end and figure out exactly what it is, and then if there's
Now,
any
while
kind
you
of
guys were around the corner, the man in white came by in his van. You know him?
Yes, the living statue.
Yes. Yeah, I thought they were in California. They are good friends of mine. They
I heard y'all honking and haying back and forth. I saw him driving and moving, and I went, out of character, you broke the fourth wall.
I'll tell you what, he and his girlfriend Krista treat this city with the same respect that I do.
I was going to say, I haven't seen him in like 6 months.
They were in California having a good old time. I'm actually kind of jealous of all these young buskers who like just drop everything and travel the whole country. And it's like, for me, I got a cat with diabetes and needs shots twice a day. I got the theater gig up here, and it's like I got too much of a life to take off.
Exactly.
It's weird.
Not like Jenny on Forrest Gump. Who wants to go to San Francisco? I do. Groovy.
Groovy. Far answering everything, isn't it?
That's right. All right, bud. You're good.
Thank you guys.
Take care.
Take care.
Good to see you again.
Be safe out there.
You too. Thank you.